PMSL are the Dream Killers. I'm giving that the Golden Eagles now. Blaze.
Take down.
Close, making some magic happen. Two down, now three. Going for the ace.
Uh-oh, the nade. That looks good. Oh my God.
But hey, Bisk is gone. He's got in fourth place, 0-2 now. What is going on?
I don't know about you guys, but I am hyped from the intro. It's the finals, baby, and it's the final day. PUBG Mobile's Titan Series Premier Finals to determine all the marbles is live now. My name's Powerbang. I'll be your host for the event today, where we don't know how many games there will be until a champion is crowned, but I'm not doing it alone. Alongside me today, I've got Hot Jukes and Mustache Dave back to cast the action again. Gentlemen, we have the Smash rule in effect today. It's going to be chaos, I can guarantee it, and we have so many teams that are still eligible to win the entire thing. Hot Jukes, how you doing, man? Absolutely good. And hit me, Dave. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm going with the Seals, all right? Or I'm going with the Seals, man. Seals. Let me get or in the chat right now, because 21 points is what they need to hit that smash point, and of course the winner we're chicken dinner. But I got a feeling, guys, that the Seals are taking it here tonight. In 3 games, too, by the way. 3 games, all right? 3 games. I got reservations.
The predictions are out early. I can't even believe it. We've got some stuff to cover, though, before we get into the action. I want to get everybody up to speed in case they're tuning in just for the first time today to the Titan Series. Let's talk tournament format just for a moment and figure out exactly how this thing is played. Obviously, we've got the best teams in the region. Who are they? How did they get here? First, we had a challenger qualifier open to teams to sign up in game. We had 186 from North America, and that was whittled down to the top 10 advancing to the challenger finals. We had that just a few days ago, where the top 6 from that met up with the Premier teams that are here today. A few teams that were in Premier during the qualifiers were relegated and fought their way back. I'm looking at Rich Esports, Team Entity. They're here to try to get to the next stage, but ultimately we've got the top 16 in the region, and they're competing today for $20,000 in prizes, not to mention a slot at the next level, which is PMSL Americas Fall, where 200 grand is on the line, and obviously a trip to the global finals. So impressive, performance so far for all these teams to even be here. But it is going to be determined today what exactly happens. And the format is a bit different today. We've had just normal PUBG Mobile standard event up until now, but as of the end of the broadcast yesterday, the Smash rule has gone into effect. We saw 123 points become the threshold for teams to reach, and that is your target point. Teams have to get to 123 points today, and once they do, the next game, Smash Point, is activated, where if they get a chicken dinner, the event is over. They actually will win the entire thing. So that means with as many teams as we have bunched up at the top, any one of them, once they pass that target point, they can win and win the entire tournament. So things are going to be super, super interesting for sure. Maybe for the first time in the region's history, we actually see the Smash Point activated. But let's check out the prizing here. Dave, talk us through what's on the line today.
Activating the Smash Point, we got $20,000 on the line today. First place, $10,000. Second place, $5,000. Third place, $3,000. Goes down from there, and like you were saying, the top 2 here make it to the next round, PMSL Americas, where there's $200,000 on the line. So there's a lot of money here to be had this weekend. Today is the day. Man, if I'm that first place team, I'm walking away with 10 grand. I'm going out tonight, big dog. I'm going out to an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. You know, I'm buying one for the boys. Like, I'm having a good time. But before we get to that, we got 3 games. All right, we got 3 games before we get to that. All right, here, PB.
We'll see. 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. Who knows? We're going to have at 6 at the maximum, but it could end earlier if one of those teams achieve the target point and then win in a game after that. But Hot Jukes, we had crazy action up until this point. We've had 2 days, 12 matches of Premier Finals action, and it's left us in a really interesting spot. Let's take a peek at the overall standings, and we'll see just how many teams still have a shot at this. Hot Jukes, what do you see?
Dude, this is crazy. There's so many different squads that can win the whole thing here, especially with that smash point rule, right? Because that threshold is 123 points. You look at a team like Team Seal, right? If they have a killer Sandhawk, they could reach that in just one game, right? And then if they win the next one, this tournament's over. So there's so many different things that you could possibly, think out here. The craziest, hypothetical, at least in my opinion, was the one you talked about, PB, right? Let's just say we get to game 5, game 6, and a team in 6th place has passed that 123 point line. If they win one of those games, they're champs, right? They win. So they automatically are going to get a slot if it's one of those non-partner teams. So, man, dude, it is going to be so interesting to see. You're going to have every single team at the top here perform like their life depends on it. Because if that smash rule hits, man, dude, the team that's just short, that's in like 3rd place or was in 2nd, they're going to be so sad.
Absolutely. The first page here of rankings, I feel like the top 7 teams all have a really good shot at it. Rich Esports is on the outside looking in right now, but they still have a snowball's chance, right, Dave? I mean, they're not completely out of it just yet, but they're really going to have to deliver early because all these other teams are going to be gaining points. Let's take a peek at the second page, and as you can see, there's a big drop-off down to number 9, 58 points. I think the second page here, Dave, might be a little bit too far out of things to really have a shot today, given that 123 points is, the line to gain, basically. All these teams, once they get past that, whoever wins the chicken dinner, if they are past the target point, will win. The interesting thing, Dave, before I pass it to you, look at the winner chicken dinner column here. Not a single team on the second page has won a single chicken dinner the entire Premier Finals. That's a big deal because that means all of the chicken dinners are with the teams on the first page, and if they're past that 123 points, that means the tournament's over. So what do you think about that, Dave?
Gobbling it up. That's what I think about that. The first page, just the chicken gobblers out here, but not so good games, entities, sinners. I was chatting with a couple of these players, and pretty much the consensus is they're going to give it their all. They're going to try their very best today. Sinner specifically told me, Jazzy to be exact here, they're targeting the top teams. So we might have some of these bottom teams actually going out of their way to target these top teams. We don't really ever see it. A lot of times it's a lot of talk and not a lot of doing.
We'll see.
Today, maybe we'll see it. I mean, they're telling me, Dave, we're going for them. So let's see if they do.
I'll believe it when I see it, Sinners, but I'm rooting for it at the same time. I want to see a little chaos. It's one of the things we always see in PUBG Mobile is, the same thing every single game as far as the team strategies. I want to see a little more dynamic gameplay here today. Mix it up, but we've got ourselves a story developing. On day 1, we had an average performance, right? 7th or 8th place from Team Seal, but they look like a different squad yesterday. Team Seal coming in with gusto on day 2, Dave. These guys absolutely crushed it and found themselves after game 5 actually topping the tables for a brief moment before the Wolves passed them up, but they finished the day in 3rd place and a stone's throw away from the top.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Team Seals, they were not a team on my radar, but after yesterday, they are, boom, right smack in the middle. They had a couple good team fights. I believe we'll look at it here, but Goku absolutely dominated on day number 2, just shooting up the individual elimination leaderboard. And here we are, we're checking out some highlights from Goku, specifically the DBS. I mean, that's his best friend, that's his right hand. And this was just a nasty play. Zalman from behind, really destroying what I was saying, an easy win for CBK, really just coming up from behind, surprising them, and then only that here, Jukes, but winning the damn game. All right, winning the game.
Let's go, dude. I mean, I think it's all because of those water zones, dude. We had so many of them yesterday. Team Seal, or baby, it's in the name. Look at this. Look at their difference between day 1 and day 2. Moving up to 6 average eliminations per game. That is a crazy performance in a lobby like this. So I'm so stoked to see, a new name come and perform at this level, because all I want to see is the best of the best representing us at the big show, guys. I have a sword in my mic, and it cannot be pulled until a USA team is on the big stage, BB.
Well, we'll see. I'm holding my breath, waiting to see about it. But the big thing for me, Team Seal, average 3.5 placement yesterday. That's crazy. They're essentially in that final circle each and every game, and that's the consistency that you need. We'll see if they can do that once again, and if they do, they might just be punching their ticket to that next stage at PMSL Americas. I don't know if they've expected that, but at the same time, they are actually the front runners right now to take that first slot and qualify for PMSL Americas. So again, props to Team Seal, but the job's not done yet, nor is it done for some of these other teams as well. We saw our Challenger, one of the most impressive teams from Challenger, come up and almost there. They're killing it, and we also saw the team that has been sitting on top most of the tournament and finally let it slip just towards the end of the day, Dauntless. Dauntless looked really good overall. They lost a little bit of momentum towards day number 2, but I'm looking for Dauntless to try to crush it. So I'd love to take a peek at some of their gameplay as well. But man, what do you guys think about the old Dauntless? It's not just Klaus anymore. The team's been picking them up as well.
Dude, I wish we production would make a power bank face graphic on this team. I guarantee you, I feel like it looked like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Because like this team all of a sudden started popping off. PB's like, you know what? I'm back in it, baby. And then we see some crazy pushes like we saw against X-Force that one day. That was kind of like, what's going on? And then, you know, yesterday they had a dang good performance as well. So, I mean, this is definitely a squad that could get it done for sure. It's going to be about consistency today. What do you think, Dave?
I think so too. And you know what? Day one, I was kind of hating on their slow and steady strat coming in from the blue. But honestly, out of all the teams, like, they're the only team that's really showed me that they have the skill set to accomplish that, right? Because we also saw, I think it was like CBK trying it out once or twice, Rival 6, and it just wasn't looking as good. So Dauntless coming into today here, PB, only need 28 points to hit that smash point and then the win, of course. So they could definitely get it done.
They're right there, and here's a comparison between Dauntless and Almost There. A couple of things that are kind of interesting to me. A is this is one of the top teams in Premier, right? This was number 3 through qualifiers. They're also the top non-partner team right now, and that's Dauntless. And then you've got one of the up-and-coming Challenger teams who essentially, by their own words, is just happy to be here, playing together, and their stats are dang close to, you know, one of the top dogs in Premier. So that's thing number 1 that I find interesting. And thing number 2, if you remember back to the average placement of Team Seal just over day 2, 3.5. These are 2 of the other top teams in the lobby, and they're sitting 7th or 8th place on average. That just goes to show you how dominant the day was from Team Seal yesterday. We'll see if they can continue that. But Dauntless almost there. 2 other teams to keep our eyes on in this particular tournament. Right now, Dauntless sitting number 4, Almost There sitting number 6, and they're 1 point away from one another. So it is neck and neck. Can't express how close that is. Man, so exciting to see what's going to happen today. And I want to highlight the map rotation that we're going to be playing once again. It is going to be Sandhawk, I believe, for the last time in competitive play. You know, we saw a banger Sandhawk yesterday, Hot Jukes. Do you think we're going to get another one here today?
Dude, I hope so, man. I wish we could have had a talk with all these teams. Go nuts, dude. Go crazy. It's the last Sandhawk we're going to see until who knows when, man. So make it a banger. Honestly, day 2 was crazy, Dave, right? I mean, it was just, how many teams did we have after like circle number 3? I think we only had like 8 left. It was ridiculous.
We're gone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gone. It was absolutely nuts here. I sent an email, so maybe we'll have Sandhawk and come back. But of course, I'm looking forward to Rondo. But yeah, last Sandhawk here in competitive as far as I know, PB. Hopefully, let's all send emails. Hopefully it will be
from DBS Dave, BCC, everyone.
Yeah, right, BCC. Cool. Yeah, I got it all. The CEO, everybody. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, we've talked about Almost There. We talked about Dauntless. We've talked about Team Seal. We've obviously got our partner teams at the top of the tables right now in Wolves and Inko. But I want to look at 2 more teams that I feel are kind of dark horses today. Okay. They're not out of it by any means. They've had strong performances. That is the likes of Straight Out of Nepal and CBK. One of the interesting things from Straight Out of Nepal, this is the top eliminating team in the lobby. They've been quiet as far as individually, but their cohesive effort together has them sitting with 68 eliminations, leading all teams right now. They've been busy. They've been sitting perennially at 5th place, and they're looking to get up into that top 2 today. I think they can do it. And then we also have to talk about CBK. And this was a big one, Dave. Do you think they're going to turn it around? They promised 4 chicken dinners yesterday, but CBK delivered nothing. They got to turn it around today. What do you think they can do?
Yesterday, my fault. So today I'm not picking on to win anything. Daisy had a nice little 1v2 right here. But yeah, CBK, the pressure is officially off here because I'm putting the pressure on the Seals. I'm going with the Seals all day. But going back to what you're saying, trying to Nepal, most of their points, like you said, coming from bam, right there, coming from their eliminations, just kind of picking them up every single game because their actual placement points, they don't have that many here at PUBG. So definitely a kill hungry squad without a doubt.
They really are. You can see the average rank once again in the 7s here. Average elims down for CBK, but straight out of Nepal, delivering the goods. I mean, that is just a crazy collective performance each and every game. Hot Jukes, this is a team that, like I mentioned, is top in the tables right now from a team perspective, but the individual play hasn't necessarily been standout. We don't have any just absolute gunslingers on the team, but as a whole, they're doing what they need to do. Do you think straight out of Nepal has what it takes to potentially climb back into this thing?
I think for sure, man. I mean, when I'm looking at the data, right, I look to see, like, you know, which players have the most eliminations so far, right? Number 1 going to be, of course, Goku from Team Seal, right? But number 2, you got KC from straight out of Nepal, and in the 4th place, you got Wolf from straight out of Nepal with 20 eliminations. So this team is definitely on point when it comes to those eliminations. When it comes to CBK, you got Poker, 21 elims so far as well, and he's in 4th place. So it's pretty good to see, you know, these individual plays at the same time, working as a unit, getting to that late game. I think is going to be the most important thing for those 2 squads in particular. We know they can gunslay, right? But can you get those placement points as well?
For sure. The interesting thing to me, KC does poke his head onto that top list here. Goku. Remember, we checked out the top of the stats yesterday for day 1. And there was no Team Seal member even here. And the leader was sitting at 13 eliminations, maybe. And there was a couple of 12, 11, but 27 after not even being in the top 5 the previous day. Team Seal just had an absolute banger of a day here, but we also still see Almost There representing on the list, and they've got another player that's just off the top 5 as well. But Dave, what do you make of these individual performances?
I'm looking at Almost There still. We chatted about their mindset. They're happy just to be here, right? They didn't expect to qualify this far into the tournament, and the fact that they got 2 players on the top 5 out of everybody, that's impressive in its own right. So Almost There, in my opinion, still within reach to possibly upset the overall leaderboards, and they're only 27 points. They're only 27 points behind the Smash points here. But really, guys, I'm looking at the Wolves. You know, day 1, the Wolves not really there. Day 2, they started picking up the slack, getting some nice points on the board, and now the Wolves right smack at the top, really with the lowest lift here today, right? They only need 10 points in a win, and that's it. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about, Dave. You know, you mentioned that you didn't feel like they really delivered on day 1, and you felt like they were kind of starting to pick it up on day 2. But despite feeling like maybe they haven't had their best games, or it's been whatever, they're in 1st place. Like, they're in the driver's seat right now. And that's telling for a team that maybe hasn't had their best stuff so far. But you're absolutely right. On day 2, you started to see Coops kind of doing his thing in those 3v1 or 3-1 splits where he's off on his own, making things happen, holding entire teams back, while the other 3 just getting it done. I thought Wancho played tremendous yesterday. He had some flicks, some great shots, just really clutch play from Wancho. He's really leveling up his game, in my opinion. But the other team we got to talk about, Hot Jukes, is Inko. This is a team that's constantly been on point with their rotations, placing himself in good positions in the zone.
but also similar to the Wolves, they've been super quiet. Maybe they haven't dominated the tables like some would have expected, but they're also in second place right now, right where they're supposed to be behind the Wolves. So the two teams that, have been non-existent, well, they're there. What do you think about Inko and their chances today to get a win?
Oh, I mean, it's totally possible for sure. It's crazy looking at their stats in particular. I mean, you look at the elimination leaders, you don't see their name until 15th place. And that's going to be Bruno, right? With 16, Vitali right below him with 14. So they are probably one of the most cohesive teams that I see here, right? When they have their back against the wall and they know exactly what to do, they're really, really tough to beat. So that's going to be the hard thing, I think, for all these other squads besides Inko, is because you got Wolves popping off. You got Inko popping off. They're going to be soaking up eliminations like crazy. And let's be real, if you're on the second page, you need like 3 chicken dinners today to even have a chance at top 2. So Inko's chances are excellent. I expect big things from them for sure.
For sure. I couldn't agree more. They're right there. They could get it done. Wolves could get it done. It's time to do some predictions, though, for our first game. Who do we think is going to take the cake on Sandhawk? Dave, let's start with you today.
Sticking with the Seals all day. They need 21 points and a win. So let's see. Get them Seal emojis in the chat right now. Let's see what they can accomplish on Sandhawk, baby.
Fair enough. I'll go second today. I'm also going with the Seals. That was who I was going with from the very beginning. They made me a believer as of yesterday, especially post-broadcast when we looked at the individual elim leaders and I saw Goku with 27. I'm like, okay. So I got my eyes on them to see if they start as fast today as they did yesterday. If they do, the lobby might be in trouble. Hot Jukes, who do you got?
I gotta go with the Wolves, baby. I gotta go with the Wolves, man. All I know is that if you see a wolf and a seal together, the seal don't even want to be near the wolf. So it's the last Sandhawk. I expect them to go nuts.
Fair enough. I still, when I look at that logo, I'm just not seeing a seal. Like,
Turn it upside down.
It even I mean, all right. At some point, like I'm sitting here doing this, like trying to, do my thing here. We're gonna get off camera so I can actually do a handstand here and see the logo properly. But it's time. Game 1 of the day. Smash rule in effect. Remember, the line to beat right now, 123 points. That's what we're all watching at this point. Who will get to 123 first and activate Smash point? In the meantime, get yourself that Amazon gift card on screen. Redeem it over at Amazon, courtesy of PUBG Mobile. Big thanks to them for that. But Hot Jukes, Dave, I'm so pumped. Hopefully we see some chaos just like we did yesterday. Will we get another Bond 6 or 7-way fight? I don't know. But the question for me, Hot Jukes, is Dauntless going to get his own today?
That was going to be my question as well, dude. I'll tell you what. If that zone goes to that Camp Alpha location, they're going to win this game, guys. So they need one desperately, Dave, because that zone was going in the exact opposite direction of wherever Dauntless was all day yesterday.
Yeah, Dauntless, just the opposite of a magnet when it comes to the zones, and they just weren't getting any luck, but still they're up here at the top of the leaderboards, right? I mean, it goes to show you their skills, and 28 points plus the win and wear chicken dinner. Dauntless can be punching their ticket here today. So dropping hot, we got the Wolves up against Rich, kind of all separated with each other. Right now, I'm looking at the Wolves, though. What are they going to accomplish here? 10 points is all they need, fellas. 10 points. And then after that, a steamy, fresh chicken dinner. They're already going to be getting shot, though. Getting shot up by Rich Esports. So definitely not where you want to start when you only need 10 points here, PB.
I don't know, man. Maybe you want to start with 1 or 2 players, and it looks like Entity already getting wiped off the map a little bit. Free Point getting it done down in the south, but Entity will start this one shorthanded, not where they are hoping to be. But as we take a peek at the map, things getting spicy already here on Sandhawk. Will teams be dropping hot onto the competitors? Now, remember, 123 points is the line that we are looking for, and ultimately, think back to the Challenger finals, right? Where we had the Sinners drop 30 points in a single game. That means that any of the teams that are in 6th place or above could theoretically reach the smash point this game. If they're able to drop 20 elims plus a chicken dinner, they get 19. They're there. So many teams have a potential to actually qualify for that smash point. And we do see that K finish, baby.
Come on,
That's what I'm talking
baby,
about.
one time. One time.
Maybe.
Time for the
Maybe we get it.
last Sandhawk ever.
Oh, that'd be my dream.
We gotta get it. We gotta get it.
There needs to be like a highlight reel of how many times I've begged for cave. It's been just ages, BB. That'd be the dream.
Can't agree more. I've been wanting it as well. I've asked numerous times and make it known every Sandhawk game, but we still have yet to get there, at least from what I've seen. But 4 Sexy Frogs on the board as well. Problem notching his first elim of the day off of DBZ. So DBZ will start shorthanded. This is a squad that finished 4th in Premier Qualifiers, but hasn't quite delivered the goods here in the finals. They're sitting 10th right now, and they've got a long way to go. This is a team that needs to win essentially this game and some others today to have a shot. But right now, we've got Team Seal and Dauntless in control of who will move on. But interestingly enough, straight out of Nepal, tied with Dauntless, but Dauntless has the edge on tiebreakers just due to their rank points. But man, couldn't be any closer to go to this next stage. Every elimination today is going to matter, Dave.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like if this was like a longer form tournament, like a couple of weeks, I think teams like DBZ, 4 Sexy Frogs, they would have been able to find their foothold in the lobby, right? Ooh, there it is.
There it is,
right
baby.
there. Look at that thing. Look at that thing.
We saw it. Hey, witness.
Look at that thing.
Witnessed.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Get the aerial
someone
shot.
is there?
Can you
They're
imagine?
looking for it. They're hoping for it.
This is so good.
I can't believe it. We actually saw cave, dude. That's crazy. Just
Beautiful
even
place.
getting a
Dar, you're
glimpse
my
of
new
it is
hero, my
crazy.
friend. Dar's my new hero. So is production for following him into the big hole in the ground. Gets that loot, but yeah, man, wouldn't that be epic to have a squad on top, squad on bottom, circle closes, and you got a Geronimo jump into that water, try to get out of it.
I remember when Sandhawk first came out, that was the spot that people would try to hot drop, land right inside of the cave. It was just all out mayhem.
Yes.
That was like the school, right? The Varangel or the Picado near bar. When Sandhawk was first introduced, and I always had trouble aiming right into the cave. I always ended up on the top when everybody else in the squad was able to navigate down there. But good times.
I got you. DBZ Gents, I think, is in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah. Big time, dude. Bloody's just like, please, yeah, all right, get me out of here, dude, to safety. That zone helped out a whole lot right there. That smoke, right? I mean, so you got Goku now with some sight lines. That's the biggest threat in the lobby right now. This guy has been getting some crazy eliminations so far.
Oh,
Shots. Ooh, the headshot in from Goku. You don't want to mess with this guy. He's feeling it more than any other player in the lobby right now. I will say it hasn't just been him either. We've seen Gers doing work as well from Team CO. We saw Zaman with like the craziest clutch of yesterday, honestly, with that 1v3 against the Wolves. And it wasn't just a 1v3 because he had 2 from CBK as well up, and he somehow emerged victorious from there. So again, really good talent spread for Team CO. We'll see if they can keep it up today. Straight out of Nepal, looking down their sights at NSG. These are 2 squads that have gone head-to-head numerous times over the course of the past 2 days, and it looks like it's going to continue. Kiddo on the push, gets headshot and knocked. Nice way to start things here for straight out of Nepal.
wow. Yeah, Kiddo just a little too aggressive right there, but VRS4 did tell me that they thrive when they got nothing else to lose, and Kiddo right there, Hot Jukes just straight up sending it. I mean, that's a team that is playing with nothing to lose, but of course, you don't want to go out like that, man. I like this.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not, and especially when it's the last Sandhawk. We're going to see in a hot minute. So Kiddo is going to have to just talk from the sidelines here, hype his squad up to make something happen because not so good. Oh, getting taken down by Wolf. They are getting picked apart. Rough start here. And we definitely saw some signs of life from Not So Good. So I just want to see them, you know, just have a little bit of progress here in the last day.
You know, the elims, with all of them mattering, just those couple of points put straight out of Nepal in the driver's seat now. They are primed to qualify through to the next stage if they can hold on to this second place. Again, Dauntless right on their heels right now. Hasn't put up a point yet today. But Wolf with 2 has his squad in a really good position as they pick up a third with Blaze getting one as well. Straight out of Nepal, this could be the moment that they need to get back into this thing and put themselves in a position to achieve Smash Point, Dave.
Big plays. Let's see what they can do. Only 2 of them still alive. Meanwhile, talk about a death squad just rolling around town right now, looking for some eliminations, looking to get into the action here. They're going to be coasting up the shoreline over here on this east side. They might hear the shots between NSG and Nepal here. Power bang and actually take them out. I mean, it looks like the rotational pathway is right there.
Yep, poor VRS4. This man's gonna be hurting in 1 second. I think he's just gonna... No, he's not. He's gonna actually throw grenades, it looks like, at the passing full squad. Interesting strategy, but Wolves are gonna peel off. They've got a nice little entry spot into the zone. They will stop for a little more loot before they get there. Lakawi being the place of choice. You don't see a lot of traffic through here, but zone dictates that they're gonna head down this east coast.
Ooh. Poker out here, Dukes.
Yep.
Getting some points on the board early on.
On the move. On the move. You got Andrew there on the other side of things. We got right here near Camp Charlie. You can see Poker. This dude has been fragging out like crazy all tournament long. And it's unfortunate to see where they're at, considering just how well he's done. 88 points on the board. I mean, they're still within that range, though. That's for sure. A good Sandhawk is going to be a necessity for them, though, at least in my opinion. 2 eliminations so far, 3 players up. Not a terrible position in this circle in particular. And I am not going to jinx it, boys, because this is a very beautiful circle. I'll just say that.
It's jinx.
Oh,
So
Poker gets
beautiful.
knocked, too. Oh, that's tough. And thirsted. Yeah.
He's out of here.
That's it. That's it.
Not good.
Not good. But for Dauntless, that's very good. And Rich, too. Which one do you think,
to a
though,
sliver
guys?
of hope.
You think Rich
What?
has a shot here?
They've got to win this game. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got all 4 up, so I mean, that's a good start, but they've got to get that momentum going. Right now, if you just put it in perspective, they are 28 points behind the second team that would qualify through right now, that is straight out of Nepal. So, I mean, that is a long way to go, and in all likelihood, 2 to 3 games. So they've got to not only, you know, win the game, get back in it, but they've got to make sure one of those top teams doesn't win as well and end the tournament, because that's the other thing, is it's not necessarily in your control. Even if you chip away every single game, you may not have the number of games that you think you do today to catch up. It could come down to, you know, game 2, game 3, depending on who wins these, and we'll keep an eye on that, obviously. But it's pedal to the metal if you are CBK, if you are Rich, you know, Almost and Dauntless maybe have a little bit of leeway, because they are still in it, and the line to beat right now is all within a few points. So again, it's tough. But wouldn't it stink to be, say you're straight out of Nepal right now, and everybody kind of gains points at the same rate. You're sitting in the second qualifying spot, but then Dauntless or Almost there actually wins to end the tournament after smash point, and then they leapfrog you, right? And you go from the second qualifying team to out. You gotta take control of your own destiny here and basically be the tops of the non-partner teams, in my opinion, to feel good about where you're sitting.
You gotta agree. 100%. 100%. And that's not gonna be an easy feat, that is for sure. Because these
right now, that's Team Seal.
Yeah, that's true. It is Team Seal. Come on, Circle. Go south, baby. One time. One time.
One time. I think that's the major threat too for a lot of these teams, is that you just never know when the Wolves will get those 10 points, when they'll get that win. I mean, that threat is always going to be there, and you might not have the whole 6 games to really try to get the points to win this. So Wolves going to be right there on the edge, going to be gatekeeping Almost there, a team that's on the cusp. They're trying to qualify out here. Meanwhile, up in the north, Rich Esports or Sexy Frogs going to be duking it out right now. Not looking too good for these mid-pack teams in game number 1.
Oh, this
Man,
is crazy.
This
I
zone's
can't
looking good.
Looking good for the Seals, though.
Can't believe
That
it.
zone was looking good for the Seals. That's for sure.
Maybe so. It's looking good for PUBG Mobile fans, is what I'm thinking.
That's what it is, dude. I'm so stoked. I'm hardly containing it right now. I cannot believe we're this close to a K finish. I can't believe it. On the last one?
Uh-oh. Bloody is in trouble. He is crawling, but he does not have a bush. And a bush is required if you want to, I mean... How did he not see him? up.
it is.
Oh no! He didn't look down at his shoes. Shu Young's gonna get knocked and potentially finished here. The team's got to come with pressure. The nades are in, and a second one down. Dauntless is throwing. This is not good. It's up to Legend. It's up to Klaus. They have just 2 members left. This is horrible for Dauntless.
Grenade just getting popped off everywhere. Legend forced to pull off of that one. Try to get the heel of Klaus in the back line, trying to create some space, but the squad actually working together as a unit. DBZ, they're gonna be pushing together as a unit up this hillside. There goes Legend as well. DBZ working as a squad here, Jukes, and they're getting it done. Dauntless eliminated.
Dauntless, that opens the door big time here, PB. Almost
That hurts
there.
my heart so bad, Hot Jukes. You've got the squad getting murked up on top of the hill, and Klaus is out shooting the sinners on the other side of the map. Oh no, they look a little disjointed to start off this Sandhawk, but that's okay. They're gonna get another run at it. But there are so many teams bunched up that they are in serious danger now of losing ground to not only Seal, but Straight Outta Nepal has officially passed them up. Almost there. Right behind, you can even see CBK with a big game potentially get by them, although they only have 2 remaining at this point. So Dauntless, the first team out, not what they were hoping for, but now the Wolves into it with Rich Esports. Rich Esports here is desperate.
Super desperate at this point. Yeah, Rich, they need a monster of a game. They're in the worst position possible here. Like, these buildings are so difficult to defend because every single player knows them like the back of their hand. They know exactly where you're going to peek from. Rob has to just hit a... Wait, see what I'm saying? I mean, any little bad angle and you're taken out. But they're doing a good job of defending right here.
Big fights up top, couple of them. We got this fight, we've got this fight for the zone, and then you've got almost there on the bottom right now, knocked, but still trying to work their way in. Inko in a really good position as well. So things getting real mixy right now on every side of the zone. You can see DBZ on top of Sinners as well. But definitely, I've got my eyes on the north right now with Wolves, with Seals up here. This is going to be very meaningful. Seals right now in control. They've got 4 sexy frogs on their knees. And he gets one more. There's just one left up for 4 sexy frogs. It's all up to, I believe it's Snow. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Done. The crossfire right there from the Seals. Seals are firing on all cylinders right now. That was a beautiful crossfire right there from them. The teamwork, the synergy. You can tell their comms are on point here when it matters. The last day. Now they're in 2nd place with their 4 elims. They should be able to pick up the full reset. And they're looking for the winner chicken dinner. The Wolves, they're still going to be alive. They're clashing with Rich Esports. Does look like Rich, they lost 2. Wolves moving up 2 as well when it comes to total points. But popping back over to this fight, I'm surprised this is still going down. Zero Fox given. They've been out there trying to decide if they want to push this or not. X-Force got knocked a couple times, still getting the resets. Meanwhile, Rival 6, a team that is desperate for points, they're just eating popcorn back here, Hot Jukes.
Big chillin' at this point. I mean, so many different possibilities, and I'm not surprised that we're seeing this fight here in the middle just take place because you know what? Just play it patient. Don't take any risks right now. Wait for the to see where the zone goes and then make something happen.
They're out of heals completely, Jukes. They're desperate. They're in a bad spot. X-Force trying to make something happen here, but it is tough going. Rival 6 putting on pressure. ZFG coming in from the other side. This is a big fight too. Almost there. Needs to secure this area of the map. They've got a few teams on each side of them. No one threatening just yet. But Entity is driving around. They might catch a stray if they go just a bit too far here. Wolves on the move. As you mentioned, Dave, Wolves put up 2 points, which moves us 8 away from the target point for Smash Rule. So we're getting close.
Getting closer. Are we going to cave, by the way? Are we actually going to cave?
Please.
It's still there.
Stop saying it, Dave.
Yeah, just don't acknowledge it and it'll happen. Okay, CBK all over again from yesterday. So let's see what happens.
Look
Team Entity,
at this
Hunter up here
mess.
behind the boulder trying to defend it right now. Oh!
This is just evil. Like, honestly, that's not even right.
Look at the zone coverage though from Team Seal. They own this zone right now. They've got the compounds. They've got a good portion of the circle. All those teams on the south have to go through each other. almost there. This is their opportunity to secure a lot of points. If they can actually come out on top in those fights, right now they have the high ground. They're up near the cave. They're going to be looking down on nearly every other team. If they can capitalize here, this will vault them past Dauntless and potentially get them past rated on Nepal, as well as Entity goes out by the nade of McGrellin. Inko looking real solid as well as they reclaim second place.
I'm just mad.
Oh boy.
We almost got a cave,
Dude,
guys.
I mean,
We
that's
did
disgusting.
for the final standoff. We did. We were here. So CBK now on the push. Looks like they're gonna be tailing right behind Inko. There goes Rich Esports. Done and dusted with their one elimination point. Where are we headed? We're heading right up the hillside to center. So Inko, they need to be cautious because we got a squad rolling up right behind them. But 7-8 gonna be pushing up the hill with the M4 level 3 gear. DBZ trying to defend, and then right behind this one, here comes the squad mate McGrellin trying to get a run over right now. Hot Jukes.
Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen though. The run over, it could happen, but maybe he's just trying to get an off angle, and this is gonna be a really good one here. This is a battle for the edge. Oh, what? What a shot by McGrellin. Gets knocked, unfortunately. Here comes 7 though on the other side, jumping out the vehicle, hitting the shotgun shot. Let's go. Getting that nice finish there for his teammate. Oh, and gets taken out immediately there by DBZ. Team Seal being in one of the squads that's right there for contention, looking to lead the charge here. This is going to be a big game for them.
Look at this zone control, though. They own this entire half of the circle. The Wolves basically own this. And the Wolves actually got a really good zone pop for them. They're already in position here, so it looks like it's going to be between one of those two teams, and almost there on the bottom. This is a team that needed to perform well. They were able to outlast all of those teams. They took some losses, but they were able to eliminate straight out of Nepal, and now they're just 1 point behind them. It looks like they're primed to pass them up. Dauntless slips another spot. CBK has gone out, and Rich Esports, we saw them go with just 1 elim, so their chances are looking very, very dim at this point, but almost there has shown up. Team Seal has shown up in a big way. Exciting first game, Dave. We've got a lot of implications here as Wolves have now, with 5 teams left in this one, they've secured at least 3 rank points as well. So we might likely see Smash Point active after this game if Wolves can get a few more.
Huge game when it comes to the Smash Point tier. Wolves almost there, like you said, and Team Seal. So this is a major fight right now. Looks like Wancho Coops preparing for a possible defense door and taking shots down range as well. Trying to keep almost there at bay, but the Seals trying to push in here. Looks like Coops was able to spot out one of the Seals. It's going to be Goku on the other side of Quarry. So both these teams, depending on who wins this fight over here, is probably going to be the deciding factor on who wins this actual game here, Hot Jukes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, whoever wins this fight is going to get the dub. No doubt about it. Juancho getting some more eliminations. That's 8 in total. Guys, this is it. They hit the Smash Point.
3v3.
Without a doubt. Yeah, they're there. Team Seal, they got to be there too. So that's 2 teams that could end this tournament in the next game. But we want to see who gets...
I don't think Seal's there yet, Jukes. They got a little more to go. Yeah, they were a ways back to start this one. But if they win, if they take out 3 more Wolves here and they win, I think we have 2 teams that might be eclipsing that mark. But I gotta give props really quickly before you see this final fight. X-Force, they had no heals and they were pinned down by multiple teams. They made it to the top 3. So Poppy Sour and the crew over there getting it done in the clutch, and they needed to. I'd love to see X-Force crawl their way up the rankings. But now we have a 3 versus 3 Wolves versus Team Seal. So this is getting interesting. It does look like they will need the chicken dinner here to get into Smash Points. So tons on the line because Wolves will be able to end the tournament next game if they get another chicken dinner.
This is crazy.
Oh, man, Dave.
This is absolutely
what do you think?
Wild. I mean, when it comes to Smash Points, I don't think we've ever seen it activated and come in clutch like this. So 3v3 Seals, I'm cheering for them. I'm looking for them. But the Wolves, they've been in situations like this before. So they're not going to be fazed by the pressure right now.
Guys, this is both of our picks, all of our picks in the last 2.
This is it. Came one Sandhawk. I mean, we didn't get the K finish, but we get one heck of a finish here when it comes to the teams.
Interesting zone. Look at this. Coops obviously is the anchor over there on the off angle, but everyone else has to move 2. So the Wolves actually could get caught out in a 3v2, right? But no, Gurr on the flank gets taken down. Coops lands those shots. That was a huge pickup. Now, Team Seal knows where Coops is, but they've got to treat this very carefully. Coops and the Wolves, they are going to reach that target point, but it could happen for Team Seal as well. Here's the engagement. Got him. Zaman goes down. Goku comes up with a big elim. Quancho drops, and just like that, the Wolves coming in with the chicken dinner. Hot Jukes, you were correct, my friend. Nice pick with them Wolves.
It was a close one, my friend. It was a close one. The only thing, though, is that, you know what? Cave was close, and I'll take it. I'll take it here for the last Sandhawk so far. What a game, though, man. We're going to have so many. We're going to have the Wolves definitely breaking Smash Point. Seal is going to be right there. So literally one more good game, and they got to be there by then, right?
For sure. One more good game. I don't think they made it. They're like probably what, two elims away, maybe. I lost track. I was counting, but they're right there. They are so close. I think they needed the chicken dinner to win because they're going to pick up those elims as well from the Wolves. But wow, it's close. I can't believe the Smash Point. We had two teams almost reach it in the very first game. Regardless, that puts all of the other teams on notice, Dave. The Wolves, if they pick up another chicken dinner, it's over.
Put them on. It is. And the Wolves, I feel like they were kind of big chill in this game, too. We saw them all stacked up in the same vehicle early on. And, you know, that was risky in its own right. They were just big chilling. And they still show. I think Coops, the off angle at the end, was the winning play. Because we were looking at the Team Seals. They weren't really focusing on that one boulder. Coops was so far from his squad mates up there on the high ground. By the way, that's a mustache Dave strat right there. High climb the boulder and hope no one sees you. But Coops' angle right there is definitely clutch when it comes to winning that game for sure. But the Seals, regardless, the Seals, once again, starting the day strong, super consistent. They got their eye on the prize, and that is qualifying to PMSL.
Absolutely. They were in such a good position. And you mentioned it with the key play there with Coops being on that off angle. I felt like the zone before, when it wasn't Coops in the circle, it could have gone any way. You had three players from both teams kind of occupying the zone, and they split it directly in half. And it was that shift at the end that put Coops in the circle. It made all of Team Seal have to start to rotate, really gave them the upper hand. And at that point, it just came down to hitting shots. And the Wolves were the ones that made them. Coops led off the action, but then the shotgun plays, heads up in close range. Team Seal, unfortunately, no match for the more experienced Wolves here. The Wolves getting it done in our first game. They will achieve that Smash Point threshold. So let's check out the match rankings here to see who did what. Hot Jukes, obviously the Wolves delivered. Team Seal delivered, but X-Force needed this as well, trying to get back onto that first page of rankings.
Yeah, X-Force, honestly, in order to really make an impact, they got to start winning some games. And I mean, like, almost all of them here, you know? But they're trying to get us a little bit more of that cash, baby. But the Wolves, they are saying we want that 10K. We want that first place prize. And it is so crazy, boys, that with just one more game, we could see that get shut down. I mean, this is so
can have an early day, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, we can have a real early day.
Easy day, you know?
For sure. All right, we root for Wolves, or I want to see a little bit more PUBG bubble. Maybe I want to see the Smash rule put into play. Like, I want to see this function actually come to fruition. But at the same time, I do want to play PUBG Mobile a little bit more here. I was surprised with Dauntless going out in first. I felt like they had the position, they had the numbers. It didn't work out for them, but let's see what that does to them on the overall. They slip all the way down to 6th, and they're passed up by Straight Outta Nepal, almost there. Man, crazy times. Almost there, though. They move ahead into the top 2 of non-partnered teams here. Again, remember, Wolves, Inko, and X-Force are all automatically qualified into the next round. So the 2 teams that rank highest besides them, right now, that's Team Seal, and almost there, they're primed to move to that next stage. Now, I will say, as we look at these overalls, Hot Jukes, the tournament could be over next game if the Wolves win. What does that mean for all these other teams? They've got to be thinking, every point matters. We can't sit on our laurels even for a moment, because if we're not in one of the other top 2 positions, our chance could be done. Straight Outta Nepal, even if they were going to win a chicken dinner in game 4, if Wolves win game 3, for example, it doesn't matter. They're done.
I mean, this is the championship round, baby. I mean, everything is on the line here. It's so crazy. If this leaderboard stays exactly as is and Wolves win, that's it. Teams, it's over. Team Seal move on. Almost there moves on. And that means that Straight Outta Nepal missed their ticket by 3 points. Dauntless will miss it by 6 points. And it's got to be devastating, right? So, I mean, if you're Straight Outta Nepal, if you're Dauntless especially, you got to go crazy. Almost there's the cutoff with only 101 points. Even CBK can pass them up. Rich Esports, man, they got a big road ahead of them, Dave. They need to win like 2 games and hope the Wolves don't win 1.
Yeah, almost there. Team Seal here, PB, almost hoping that the Wolves do win this, right? And that way they can just call it and qualify in that top 2. So we'll have to see. Can the Wolves get back-to-back, though? That's the question. That is the question that we're going to probably be asking ourselves heading into the break, honestly.
That'd be crazy, dude. That'd be
Man,
crazy.
what a wild way to start the day. Sandhawk delivers once again. We almost got our cave finish. Dauntless not quite delivering in game 1. You know they're going to lock it in for Erangel, though, and not let it slip that easily. So with that, we are through our first game of day 3 for the PUBG Mobile Titan Series Premier Finals. Make sure you guys are back in just a moment because we're going to take a quick break, get into the action on Erangel, where it could be it next round. I have no idea if that's going to be the case. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a moment.
In this video, we'll be going over World of Wonder's Train Escort gameplay to help you defeat the final boss with ease and clear the map. The Train Escort map features PvE gameplay for a team of up to 4 players. You and your teammates must work together to escort a train to its destination and challenge a powerful boss. When the match starts, players playing for the first time will receive 100 tokens. These can be spent at the vending machine on firearms and gear before the train departs. When the train first sets off, it'll be invulnerable until it reaches the safe house, but monsters will keep spawning. Defeat them to earn additional tokens. Once the train reaches the safe house, it will no longer be immune to damage. You must eliminate all enemies within 60 seconds to protect the train until the doors open. When they do, you're free to replenish your firearms and gear at the train stop. There are 3 stops in total, and the monsters at each stop will grow progressively stronger, increasing the difficulty of the challenge. At the final stop, the Ice Dragon boss will appear. Everyone must work together to defeat it to claim victory. Note that if you fail the challenge and start another batch, you'll still have your unused tokens from the last batch. Buy more powerful weapons to increase your chances of survival. That's all for now. To learn about more fun creations, be sure to follow the official community. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. See you next time.
Welcome back. It is the PUBG Mobile Titan Series Premier Finals. We're on the final day. Smash Rule is active, and the Wolves have hit the target point, so they are eligible to get the dub and end the tournament early if they're able to pick up a chicken dinner at any point from here on out. Who will join them, though, if another team gets past the target point threshold of 123 points this game? We know Team Seal is right there. Well, they could end the tournament as well, and I'm sure there are some other teams that would like to join them across that threshold here, Dave. Dauntless among them, almost there. Could be, straight out of Nepal. There's a number of teams that are so close. What do you expect to see here as we go into Erangel?
All I know is Goku was putting on a show. 6 eliminations for our dude last game. And remember, he came into today the #1 elimination and leader. So talk about like an MVP. A couple days ago, Powerbang, we saw Kiddo from Not So Good Games at the top of the eliminations when it comes to the challenger qualifiers. And now complete switch up, Goku just popping off. And I love to see the Wolves, Team Seals, 2 of our top dogs in the lobby fighting out for this winner wear chicken dinner. So if the Seals can get another good game coming up after this, we'll have 2 teams on the smash points, right? So that means if either of those 2 teams get the win, boom, we're done. We're calling it, and we're going to PMSL. So it's heating up for sure, without a doubt.
We haven't called Inko's name as well, and they are right there also. So if they have a good game here, they could be on their target point as well to activate Smash Rule. Incredible performance so far from Team Seal, as we mentioned. Goku, you pointed out, he was leading all players by 6 eliminations coming into today. He just put up another 6, so he could have a double-digit lead as far as the MVP standings are concerned. So props to Goku and the crew. We are getting ready to drop in for our first Erangel match of the day. Could be our last Erangel match of the day. We might not even see Miramar today. Things are pretty crazy out there. Hot Jukes, I gotta come to you for a prediction. You did get the last game right, my friend, so I gotta give you the honor of going first.
We're going with Sinners, baby. That's right. And you know why? Because if they don't hot drop the Wolves right here, right now, they're liars. And we don't like liars.
They are. Sinners say they're gonna wreak some chaos, so we'll see. We'll see if the havoc is wreaked indeed. So Sinners for Hot Jukes. Dave, who are you gonna be picking for the win this game? Don't forget the Amazon card at the bottom of the screen if you're watching. Get that redeemed. Thank you to PUBG Mobile for providing it.
Seals all day. Seals all day. Let me get some in the chat right now. Seals all day. What about you, PB?
I'm going Seals as well. I like the way they played last game. They played the zone perfectly. They did not get it gifted to them. They had to work for it, and they put themselves in a prime position in the final circle against the best team in the lobby, and it didn't go their way. They had the zone shift towards Coops, which is the undisputed best player in the region. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, but I liked what Seals are doing. So let's see what happens this game on Erangel. I would like to see Dauntless bounce back as well after a lackluster opener today. So I got my eyes on them, but man, for me, it's Seals. They need to get across 123. Look at the points though, before those go away. Almost there, just 22 points away. Inko, they're 11 points away, and Seal just 5 points away. So a number of teams theoretically could get across here, and it could even be multiple more teams getting across the line here, Hot Jukes.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is crazy, dude. If the Wolves win, we're done. Day's over. You know, if everybody else, we can't just stop mentioning it because it's just so crazy. And you're right. Inko could easily get there, almost there with a good game, right? A chicken dinner, double-digit eliminations. They can reach that smash point as well, even straight out of Nepal. It's wild. I mean, honestly, what I really want to look at is Dauntless and CBK, right? Those are 2 teams I think have performed so well in this tournament, right? I wouldn't be mad to see these 2 squads make it on over. And I see you making that circle, PB, and I think I know why.
Dauntless has gone North George. They are not going to be trying to get down to Novo. You can see the plane path is nowhere near Military Island. So they go North George at this point, and Wolves in trouble off the rip. They fall into straight out of Nepal. Straight out of Nepal chunks them up, and they have driven straight into 4 Sexy Frogs. So the Wolves on the run. I mean, is this the folks dropping on them, 4 Sexy Frogs? I don't know, because it seems like they've dropped in the middle of nowhere. This is not their usual drop spot. in the fields next to school, essentially. That's not what you would expect from the Wolves. But I think they might be thinking people are potentially hunting them. You can see them denoted at the top of the tables here with that gold background. You're going to see more of those gold bars potentially as the broadcast goes on. Anybody with that gold background is eligible to end the tournament. So if they win, it's over.
This is crazy. And then the 460 frogs are shutting them down. I guarantee you, Dave, once they realize this is the Wolves, I mean, they got to press this, right?
They have nothing to lose, so yeah, they have to press it, especially if it is the Wolves, because if the Wolves win, everybody needs to press the Wolves, because if the Wolves win, it's over. So whoever gets into the fight, they need to press it. Here comes Locke trying to breach a compound, catching a grenade to the dome right there from Doran. Coops back against the wall. DBS just locked and loaded through the doorway. Doran looking to make the call, listening on in. Coco Snow catching a couple slugs to the dome right there. And Coops breaching through.
No way.
Taking names.
They have a full reset here if they can get this done.
No way.
Coops,
Joy Boy's not challenging. He is far away. The Wolves avoid disaster. All three players knocked, but it is Coops that saves the day and wins the fight here. It was a clutch trade from Juancho, though, through the window. He picked up a knock to make it even, so it was a 1v1 for Coops. And Joy Boy not able to join the fight. Wolves narrowly escaped disaster. They're still eligible to end the tournament right here, right now, because, dude, they just picked up another 3 points.
I can't believe it, dude. That was so close. I mean, they're so hard to take down. I mean, one little slip up and you're done, just like that. But the thing is that so many squads have to have a good idea of where they are, right? I mean, they just saw the feed. Any team that's nearby there is going to know the Wolves are in that vicinity, so they're definitely going to be a big threat. But once the Wolves start firing all cylinders here, boys, and they already are, they are a very dangerous squad.
It's done and dusted. So hopefully, we're probably going to keep seeing the Wolves drop in not their normal drop spots, right? For that reason, because it does leave them with such an easy target for all these other teams looking to take them out early on here. Because these teams, they need to take them out. They need to. Without that, the Wolves could just end the tournament right now. Nexus out here gonna be instantly thirsted from our Rival 6 crew. Rival 6 just a little south of Pachinki, kind of all over the place, looking for a spot to call home, looking for some loot. But North George, South George, a couple squads in the area, but a team that I know we were hyping up here the last couple days, Dauntless, coming off of a lackluster game number 1, to say the least here. They're going to be strolling up Mount Everest early on right now, Hot Jukes.
Oh, yeah, here they go. Dauntless just is one of those squads that they have to survive, right? They cannot afford any mistakes here at this point. So let's just see, right? Let's see exactly how they're going to play this. They're going to Everest. They're very, very familiar with this location. And just hopefully it just ends up paying off for them. Big fight, though, between Rival 6 and Entity. Here we go.
Entity's fighting for their respect right now. They got eliminated early last game. Rival 6 got picked apart. These guys, Dave, they both want a clean squad wipe here.
Yeah, looking for some good highlight reels. At the end of the day, these players, this is their career, so obviously they want to perform good on an individual level too. That way they can continue their esports career and move on, maybe with another team, maybe with this team. So we'll see though who comes out on top, because right now you are just kind of fighting for the glory, I guess you can say, out here. Not so much for the cash money, but looks like Ander, nice little grenade onto Psycho. Entity on the outskirts. Hunter looking for the wraparound. Free point with the UMP little lean peek action, knows exactly where Hunter is. Hunter doubling back right there. Meanwhile, 3 point squad, they're just getting blown to pieces. There goes Ace jumping up over that broken wall. 3 point is going to be connecting onto him. Hunter swapping to the pump. One more shot should do it. One more shot should do it. Come on. Pump versus pump right now, Hot Jukes.
Here we go. Pump action. Hunter in that little fake bandage right there. You can see homie skiing in the background. Let's see what happens here. Hunter on the push, trying to find the angles, looking for that right hand priority. Oh, gets shot from the top. Nice play there. And Rival 6, there you go. Gonna go ahead and get a nice full reset here.
Yeah, they had some action so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from them. I am. Not going to lie.
Good to see people show up
Interesting,
on the last day.
Yeah, right? It's like we always wonder, where was that the whole tournament? No big deal, though. No big deal.
It happens, dude. It happens, you know, and that's what we've seen it time and time again, where just the team is like, hey, you know what? We got no pressure now. We got nothing to lose. Let's just play the way we've been playing, right? And then all of a sudden they start popping off. And it may be a little bit too late, but it's good to see. And you know what? Like you talked about, Dave, right? You add to that resume, baby.
That's the resume.
We see players get picked up all the time in future tournaments. So if you're on the bottom of the leaderboards and you don't think you got a shot, hey, get some eliminations, baby. Get some eliminations.
Ooh-wee.
Zac Efron all day. Give it your shot, right? Give it your shot. But yeah, kind of go back to what we were saying in game number 1. Like, this was only a 3-day tournament, right? So obviously some teams are going to excel in the short format. But I could see this if this was like PMSL, for example. I could see teams like CBK, like Rich, easily excelling, you know, with a little more games underneath their belt to kind of get their foothold in the lobby and kind of, you know, go back, do the VOD review and fix and tighten up from their mistakes from day to day. But we're about to get the next zone here, PB.
Big connection coming here between Straight Outta Nepal and Wolves. Got my eyes on that to see if they do indeed come together. Looks like Blaze is starting to back off a little bit, but they're both coming into Inko. So this is 3 Titans in the lobby right now. That's really, really important to watch. So keep an eye on it for sure. But Inko, once again, just dead center in the zone. They got Potato Hill, which is not an easy place to defend. So we'll see how they do. But this is an interesting circle right now. All these teams clustered together in the middle of a wrangle.
Yeah. We have seen Inko take Potato Hill before early on. So I think they're very familiar with this area. So as long as they're able to just utilize that to their advantage here, this could be a really, really good game for them. And we could see them in that smash point very easily.
They don't got far to go. They're just, what, 11 points off right now?
Yep.
Not much. Not much. But that's considering Wolves don't win this too, though, right? So
True that.
True that.
The Wolves are warmed up too.
They are.
You know,
Oh, yeah, they're feeling
it was
You got the
nerve-wracking, right? That first fight against 4 Sexy Frogs, but you know, at the end of the day, they had a chance to get the guns warm, you know, get those comms warmed up. They're already like feeling that momentum. They got the adrenaline pumping already. So the next time they get into a fight, they're going to be feeling it. It's going to be the first time, whatever other squad they go up against, probably the first time they fire their guns this game.
Talk about feeling it. Dauntless right there. They were pulling up on a possible drive up. Dauntless, they're so close, or, you know, 95. They got Nepal almost there right ahead of them. I feel like if I'm Dauntless early game on Erangel and taking into consideration if Wolves win this is done, I feel like if I'm Dauntless, Hot Jukes, and PB, if I see a possible early game team fight, I think I'm taking it regardless. You know, I'm taking it 100% of the time. And the fact that we just saw them pull off right there, I don't know if that was the play. Not in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I don't think
They
so
gotta fight.
either.
Playing scared,
This is
aren't
the
they?
time to
Hot
fight.
Jukes?
Yeah,
I
that's what
feel
I'm
like
saying. This is the time
you
to
got to
fight.
get in there and light them up. Prove you belong.
Oof.
Light them up, baby.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, I mean, it's not an uncommon thing to see here. I mean, right here, this is the championship rounds, and that's I've said it 1,000 times. The one thing you can't teach is clutch. You don't find out until tournament time, you know? And let's just see who's got it.
I can tell you who does have it, and that's the Wolves.
That's true.
Even if they're slow starting, man, they seem to always come around by the end of the tournament. They're there every time. So here we are once again. They were way behind. I don't even think they were in the top 5 in start of the day yesterday. And here we are. They've got a 20-point lead going into the second game of the final day.
And they got prime position too, man. These guys could win
Look at
this
this.
game real easy.
Inko dead
Got
center.
Inko, Wolves, Straight Outta Nepal, Seal, almost. The only team that I see is way a problem right now is these guys out here. That's Dauntless on the outside looking in, quite literally. Everyone else position and zone secured. Straight Outta Nepal with a great spot in the circle.
Wow.
Wolves looking really good. Inko looking good.
Dude.
Wolves, are they winning this?
Dude, we could be done, guys.
This right now.
It's over.
They've got zone. They're dead center. with only one
Great
team at their
spot
back.
too,
That's what
dude.
makes it such a good spot, right?
Beautiful
They
spot.
only have Straight Outta Nepal behind them.
Beautiful
Reds,
compound.
dude. They got the Reds.
Beautiful.
One of the
12-2
top
split.
positions. It's
This
so
is
difficult
wild.
to push. Yeah, it's so difficult to push on this area. The only side is kind of like where Doran is on that backside. But I mean, these guys know this compound like the back of their hands here, so it's going to be very, very difficult to apply pressure at all, even close in this vicinity.
So Baton is out there, kind of in his vehicle.
Look at that little tap, little tip
A
tap.
little scouting over there. Oh,
Look at that.
Hello.
Who needs a bolt action these days, BB?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bink, bink. Just need a little honey badger or something ridiculous. Little bison.
6 times on it, you know?
I mean, sheesh.
Oh, little crash out there in the distance.
Long distance
the
honey badger.
Sinners looking to heat things up, Hot Jukes.
Here they go, the Sinners, baby. My prediction: are they mixing things up? Are they attacking the Wolves? No. Are they?
They're
But you know
getting
what?
mixed up.
Driving by, just giving away some points right now. You know, they're mixing it up in their own, mind, I guess.
Feed the beast, baby.
Feed the beast.
All right, come on, Seal. You're 5 points away from the target point. We need to get there. Let's assume that Wolves don't win this game. We need someone else to be able to end it after this next one. Right now, Seal's the closest. They're just 5 points away. We've got Inko 11 points away, and it looks like almost there is 21 points away. So they won't achieve it unless they win this game with some decent
Dauntless.
items.
Big fight.
Huge fight.
Dauntless pulling up. Already 2 for
Klaus down.
NSG down. Little follow-up grenade. Kiddo behind the tree over there. Oh, getting pieced up by these grenades. Here comes the blue zone to apply that pressure, but Dauntless are just full sending it right now. This is what I want to see moments ago from Dauntless. So they are pulling up now. They're getting involved. Klaus is going to be down. They should be able to get the pickup. A little third party, though, from X-Force. I thought he was safe behind that vehicle.
Yeah, how
for
did
a
that even
second.
hit him? He's got to be cursing things right now, because that was some pretty solid cover that he just got. Maybe it went through the window. I don't know how things are working. Man, look at the position from our leaders as well as Team Seal. This is crazy. Once again, they have the 2 best positions in the lobby. And I'm so excited to see how this ends up. Will we have a battle of titans? I mean, look for DBZ, Straight Outta Nepal, potentially to wrap around the top. But, oh my goodness, dead center are your leaders. It's the Wolves with the best position in the lobby. They could end it right here, right now.
Dude, we got to start looking lower down the leaderboards, boys, at this point, because like Dauntless, they need to start fighting for their lives, because if they don't at least pass up one of those other teams, yeah, they need to pass up almost. Yeah, they got to pass up almost here and now, because if Wolves win this, it's over. And it's going to come down. Seals, they're locked in. We know where they're going to go, but who's going to be that second team?
Dauntless getting
You know the other issue that I'm seeing?
What's that?
Straight Outta Nepal is in the exact same position where they need to fight for their lives as well. They have no one to fight. They're by themselves on the eastern side of this zone. Every other team is trying to fight their way in on the west, and Straight Outta Nepal is just sitting there waiting. They're not going to be able to get those elims unless they can force the action. So got to keep our eyes on that as well. Desperation time now for Dauntless, for CBK, for Straight Outta Nepal. It is almost there in the driver's seat, as well as Team Seal. Those are the 2 squads right now primed to move on to PMSL Americas.
Dauntless down to just 2. Legend trying to get the pickup over there. They got stuck between X-Force and almost there on the rotate, but popping over here to the Seals on the rooftop, defending their compound up against DBZ, a mid-pack team right now with nothing to lose. They're setting up for a potential push, but the Seals doing a good job, Hot Jukes, at taking these shots, trying to keep them at bay, essentially. Look at pulling up on the end of this fight here. X-Force 24K up against the Sinners, looking to spice things up. Looks like X-Force coming out on top of that one, but back to this fight, Hot Jukes. Team Seals looking to defend their compound.
Here they go. A big thing that we happened, though, is going to be almost there going out. That opens the door for Straight Outta Nepal. But you're right, PB. They're on that east side. No eliminations at all. And they're going to have a hard time getting them. It's going to be really up to them to try to shut down the Wolves here.
The only thing that I can see is that Straight Outta Nepal has probably one of the best positions in the zone. So as long as they can survive and then potentially get a top 2 to get those rank points and pick up some elims towards the end, they might be able to catch almost there, because almost there is now out of the lobby. They're 7 points behind. No elims just yet, and now Team Seal potentially in trouble, but they are rebounding. Zaman comes in clutch again. Only Orsic is up, and they do get the dub in the fight. Seal,
Beautiful.
that much closer, but now Inko on the prowl. Will they collapse onto this position? You saw them third party from behind from the very beginning of this fight, and it looks like they are going to leave it alone, at least for the moment. CBK, though, good shots coming in here onto the Wolves. Wolves still sitting pretty in this compound, dead center in the circle.
Dude, dangerous. The most dangerous team in the entire lobby right now. They win, this tournament is over. So almost there going out is so dangerous because the straight out of Nepal just get a few more points. I think it's what, 6? Yeah, 6 more points, and the Wolves win. They're going to move on. They're going to move on right here. So this zone shift is huge, Dave. Where do you want it to go?
I want it to go right on the Wolves, man. That's what I want it to
He's
go.
like, I'm ready to eat some sushi, baby. Get me out of
I
here.
wanted to go around the Wolves. Let's see. And it does. So
Oh
now I'm a
my
little
gosh.
concerned for the Seals, though. The Seals, they know Inko's on Potato Hill, right? They were getting shot from them earlier on. So really, my eye is on the Seals and what the game plan is here, because they can either go take the fight to Inko, they could either wrap around the east side, maybe get involved with straight on Nepal like we were looking for. So the Seals in a very dangerous situation right now, PB.
I think they have to take the fight, honestly. They have no real way to rotate in, and Inko has the high ground, and Inko has already shown that they know where they're at. They've third-partied it already, shot the Seals in the back. It's going to be very difficult for Seals to work their way down and actually get into the zone safely. So we'll see. We'll see.
This is so dangerous. This is so dang dangerous right here. Wolves have just such a prime location. Look at that. From downtown with the Bison PB. I'm telling you. Who needs long-range weapons? And all you can do is just
Told you,
spray and
man.
pay from 300 meters.
Bison 6X. It's all good.
Broken.
Seals made it. They're safe. Right beneath the hill. Right between Nepal and Inko. Inko not really taking no shots at them. I mean, the sight lines aren't there, but Inko knows for a fact there's going to be a squad right beneath them here.
Oh, guys, I'm nervous. I don't know about you guys. My heart's pumping right now. I mean, this could be done right now. You got CBK. 4 eliminations so far, guys. I mean, remember, almost there's the cutoff with 105 points. So, I mean, heck, even CBK with a good game
They could
here.
get back into it.
Yeah, they could secure a spot if the Wolves win. But they need more.
I mean, look at how many
eliminations.
players are still. There's almost 30 players still alive in the lobby. There's plenty of points out there. So if any of these teams in the top 7 can win the game and pick up some decent elims, I mean, this is trouble for everyone else right now. Wolves, though, there is no reason for them to lose this.
Yeah,
they
they're
just
big
have
chilling.
such dominant position.
They're big chilling. They're looking at X-Force down there just on the edge, trying to survive for as long as possible. And Wolves big chilling.
Oh, poker getting
Doesn't get
knocked.
any better for the Wolves, honestly. When we're looking at a potential winner chicken dinner, I mean, they are just set up right now.
Oh, I wish I
honestly.
could hear their comms, dude. I know they're giggling
Now-
for sure.
I will say, if Seal picks up one more kill, the board will turn gold for them. That doesn't mean that they will be able to end the tournament here. They'll
Correct.
have to play one more game. So we have to achieve the point first. Then the next game we can actually end it. So if we do see that gold update, just wanted to point that out in advance. But Wolves, they came into this one good to go. So if they win, this sucker is over. Juancho getting it done here against CBK, and CBK down to just 3 members. They gotta rebound here. It's all on the line for them.
My only fear for the Wolves, Hot Jukes, is that they're going to run out of ammo. My only
Dude,
fear.
at this
You know what I'm
point,
saying? My
watch
only
the zone
fear.
lock on him. Locked and loaded. Zone going south. Wolves smiling ear to ear. Let's see. Okay, all right.
in
Hey,
it.
but Baton's got that location locked down, so the rest of the team could easily move up here. Yeah, look at that,
Death
PB.
triangle.
That's the triangle. It's Wolves, Inko, and Team Seal with the dominant position. CBK, they've got to work their way in. SON's got to work their way in. X-Force, I'm sorry, they're just screwed. They are on the outside looking in.
Yep.
But I like the fact that they're here at the end game again. I really feel like X-Force has stepped it up. So props to them. It's just too little too late, you know? But they're on the first page now. They're on to the top 8.
Dude,
Seals, I
Young
hope
right
they don't
here.
use all his util just to take out this one guy in the shack, though. They already tossed a couple grenades in this area, and they're going to need it as the circle continues to contract, because those grenades are going to come in clutch when it comes to trying to get the initial knock on to straight out Nepal or Inko, which those fights are bound to happen here. So I think they made the call to pull back. They know there's someone in the shack. They're going to hold on to utility. I like the call right there, Hot Jukes.
Oof. Things are starting to heat up here. I mean, you got Young from Dauntless in the shack trying to keep his team alive. If he can somehow just edge out almost there. Oh, it's going to be a hard task here, guys. Team Seal on the push. They're going to have... Oh, yeah, that's it. That nade. Done. That's it.
Got
Dauntless.
him.
Done for. If Wolves win this game, Dauntless will not move on.
That's crazy. Given that they were in the lead for the entire tournament, they have slipped behind 3 other non-partner teams straight out of Nepal, still sitting in 5th place, all 4 members alive. Remember, they were the team on the far east side. They're still there, outside looking in. But if they can find a way to win this one, that would leap them over the teams in front, except for maybe Seal. So, interesting possibilities here. Seal on the move once again. They've secured this upper right side, but now they are into it with Straight on Nepal. Yeah. This fight is for all the marbles. And Straight on Nepal has 2 down.
Oh!
3 down.
Spence rolled
Seals
up
in
in
trouble.
a hovercraft, by the way, trying to get the run over. Spence popping out the hovercraft. Zaman in the
They
smoke
got
with the DBS, and there goes the Seals. 5 eliminations taken out by the hands of Straight on Nepal.
Dude, they're going to pass up almost there with placement points. That's it. So if Wolves win this, man, it's going to be crazy to see. Let's see how this is going to finish out, though. Inko, still one of the most dominant teams with a high ground location. Where's this next zone going to go?
Group's got a P90 too. He ran out while all that was happening, got the care package, has level 3 gear, and a P90. They're ready to go, man.
Watch out, Lobby.
Here they go.
So we said X-Force was in a bad way. They are eliminated. And now Rich Esports sitting just inside. The interesting thing for me is the dominant position was all Wolves on the south, but they ended up getting pinched a little bit. Rich Esports is there. CBK doubled back and are sitting on their left flank. And we had X-Force coming in behind, but now it's just Rich left with a solo, and we've got CBK on that left side. Where will the circle go? This will likely determine the winner. Potato Hill has been Inko all day long. They're finally going to have to move, but I like SON in this one. Look at that position, and it looks like Baton's got a little bit of a beachhead out front. They just need to clear out Rich Esports. If they can get lost in here, I like Wolves' position as they own the southern part of this circle.
I think Inko wrap around the north here, two Jukes, and takes a fight with Straight on Nepal, because they know the crash is going to be dangerous. They know there's a team down here, so I think Inko is going to be the coin flip for me right now.
Definitely, definitely. And you know, Inko, like, they want first place money, so they want to shut down the Wolves completely, because... yeah, if they end, that's it. They're going to be in 3rd. So let's see exactly just how this finishes.
They're looking. Yeah, you see them
they're
looking.
They're looking right at that spot, because they want that dominant Wizard Tower, but everyone's looking at it. They know it's going to be all about timing.
Around, actually. So Straight on Paul, they're going to be calling Inko's bluff, and they're rolling right up on top of them within grenade range. Inko in their vehicles. They're about to make the call to pull out. Looks like Straight on Paul now doubling back here, PB.
They pulled back. They pulled back. I don't know what that was, because they had an idea. I don't know what it was that they saw that had them be like, nah, we're actually not going to take that. But Bruno goes down to the push. CBK making things crazy. Whoa, Wolves collapse on them. They do. Wow. Look at the shots coming in from all angles. Inko taken to task, and just like that, they're down to 1 final member. Wolves are going to capitalize on this. They're not waiting around to see if they luck into a chicken dinner here. They're going for it. And Inko is gone.
Wow.
Straight on Nepal is in the final circle. If they can win this, it puts them in position to move on. If the Wolves win, the tournament is over.
Wolves are playing like they want it.
Cow. Smash points all day.
Let's go.
You love to see it. You love to see it. So Straight on Paul, heads up play from them, by the way. While the Wolves were pushing out, they snuck up right behind where their current position is right now. They got a little 2-2 split going on. the high ground. Wolf KC going to be looking down here, but holy cow, the Wolves, no hesitation. Baton with the knock as well. Wancho in the open. Hot Jukes, they're looking to get this win, baby.
Smash point, baby. It is all on the line right here. The tournament can be finished, and it's looking like it's gonna be because the Wolves, they're hungry, baby. They're howling at the moon. And straight out of Nepal are looking to punch their ticket as well. Coops finishing off Wolf.
Pow. Pow. PB,
I
what do you
can't
think
believe
about
it.
this, man?
They're just too split right now, finally in a configuration that makes a bit of sense. Spence on his own right now. If the Wolves spot him out, he may be within grenade range. The Wolves, with that little mini rotation up the hill, have taken the entire center position in this zone. So not only do they have position, but straight on Nepal has the zone at their backs, and they'll be dealing with that here shortly. The play zone now coming in. It's all up to this. The Wolves in a 4v3. Nades coming in. They see Blaze. I don't know if they see Spence just yet. Blaze safe in the shack, but KC on the back line goes down and eliminated. It's a 2v4. Look for the Wolves to collapse, and this is your tournament right here, right now. The Wolves looking to end it early, Dave.
Blaze is like, I got nowhere to go. Grenade after grenade. Here comes the wraparound. Coops in the open for 3 on to Spence. Is it good? It's cooked to perfection. But Spence has this boulder, gonna be holding it down for the time being, and Blaze going out in a blaze of glory. There's Spence right there, back to back, winner, winner, chicken dinner. The Wolves with the smash point, baby. Woo!
It's over. The Wolves are your premier division Titan Series champions for Season 8. And incredibly enough, did straight out of Nepal with the second place finish do enough to get into the top 2 of the non-partner teams. That's what I'm waiting to see right now, because we know Team Seal was sitting on top in control, but straight out of Nepal was looking up at almost there. And I think, despite not having a lot of eliminations, they may have done enough to get in. We'll have to wait and see on that in just a moment. But the Wolves show that they are the best team in North America with back-to-back chicken dinners. They take first place in your Titan Series Premier Division Finals, Hot Jukes. Absolutely insane.
It's over, baby. Back-to-back chicken dinners and back-to-back Titan Series champions. Are you kidding me? 2 games and it's done. We theorized it all night long yesterday, right? And in just 2 games, it's over. And we look at it, straight out of Nepal did it.
Wow. That's
With
crazy.
that performance, they jump over almost there. Team Seal and straight out of Nepal are your 2 non-partner teams qualifying through to PMSL Americas. They will go alongside Wolves, INCO Gaming, and X-Force to represent the North American region. I'm sure we'll talk all about that shortly, but how disappointing is it for Dauntless, for almost there, for CBK? They were so close, and especially in Dauntless's case, they led almost this entire tournament, and it just slipped away from them at the end, Dave.
Yeah, almost there, though. Honestly, absolutely killed it during the qualifiers and here as well. So I hope to see this squad stay together and, you know, continue to compete, Hot Jukes, because they made it so far and they didn't even expect to make it this far. So shout out to almost there, Nightwolf, Wiz, and Gutsy, because they put on one heck of a show.
Dude, talk about
Keep that
accurate
squad together.
teaming.
Keep practicing, man. There's
together.
definitely potential there for sure. You
we're
guys
almost
were
there.
impressive. Holy goodness, man. Here are your qualified teams. As we mentioned, it is Team Seal. Impressive performance. And they crushed it on Sandhawk today. They lost only to the Wolves in a heads-up 3v3 at the end, but they are your top non-partner team from the region, straight out of Nepal. After a long period of time, almost making it through, finally crack into the qualification zone. They will be moving on to represent the region as well. So huge props to Straight Outta Nepal, along with Team Seal, for making it to the next stage. Now, boys, I gotta ask the question, how bad does 4 Sexy Frogs want that fight back at the beginning of the game, where they had Wolves on the ropes and somehow, some way, they clutched it to somehow stay alive and win and end the tournament?
Dude, they're just too good. What can I say? What can I say? The whole lobby is just staring at like what went wrong. How do we let this team win it? But they did. Wolves just got that circle towards the end. And honestly, once I saw them have reds, I was like, "This is over. This is over. Who's going to barely make it?" And straight out of Nepal, clutched it up, man. I'm honestly, I'm hurt. I am hurt for almost there because they literally were almost there. And Dauntless
I told you they need to change their names. I told you.
Bad luck.
Oh, they were literally almost there. That hurts so bad. I mean, incredible stuff. I'm sure we've got some more to look at with regards to this particular tournament. Prize pool. I mean, this is the respect that a lot of these teams were looking to put on their names. Team Seal picking up $5,000. The Wolves, with their performance today, secures 10 grand for the squad. Straight on Nepal getting in there for 1,500. INCO Gaming picking up their 3K. Almost there. They're not walking away empty-handed. They were almost there, but they will go home with $500. So prize pool, not too shabby here. But some of these teams, they're going to be competing for 200K at that next level, Hot Juice.
Yes, sir, baby. That's that big cheddar, man. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to see what Team Seal can do because every single time we jump from another tournament, I mean, the skill gap is just increased tremendously. So hopefully they put in that homework. They got to kind of start off fresh here, Dave. And honestly, go back to the drawing board because PMSL is going to be a whole different story.
They got Batman, so I'm never worried, man. I'm never worried. They had a really nice defense, too, up against DBZ this last game, too. So I think the Seals have definitely improved day after day, in my opinion. And I agree with you, though, that, the journey is just starting, right? It is just starting. So good for them for qualifying and good for them for getting this cash money. But let's check out the top dogs in the lobby with these eliminations because remember, Goku was there, but is he still at the top here, PB?
Oh, yeah. Goku crushed it today. He crushed it today. Coops, Doran getting on there as well. Man, the Wolves come storming back. Nowhere to be found was a wolf on that top leaderboard. But now, well, we can't quite say that anymore. Zaman on there as well for Team Seal. So really a dominant performance all the way around. Poker, probably the most consistent all tournament long. He played for Team CBK. So props to all these guys. But Goku getting your MVP for the Premier Finals. But man, Coops is doing Coops things as usual, leading the squad to victory. What an exciting tournament, guys. We saw for the first time in the region Smash Point become a thing. It was activated and in the most dramatic way possible. Only 2 games played on our final day, and while it shortchanges us of a little bit of PUBG Mobile, we also got a pretty cool memory and a story to tell moving forward. Hot Juice, give me your final thoughts on the tournament as it kind of wrapped up. I guess what were the most memorable things for you as we wrap up Titan Series Season 8 here?
Hey, you know what? Sandhawk, we're going to miss you, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be able to see that. We got to see some great teams. We saw CBK Poker at the end there. I want to see more out of him as well. Hopefully we can see another squad pick him up for PMSL. A great tournament. Smash Point fully in effect. What a crazy, crazy tournament overall.
Couldn't agree more, Dave. I mean, this was an incredible tournament. We saw some teams come up from challengers. Obviously, you casted that one along with me. It was really cool to see some of those teams come up and not just qualify, right? It's always cool to see everybody get their seat at the table, but these guys ate at that table, right? Almost there. Almost were there. They were this far away from qualifying to regionals. Incredible stuff. Walk me through what you felt, were some of your takeaways and some of the best moments from Titan Series Season 8.
Yeah, we talked about it almost there. Stay together. You guys absolutely dominated. You guys slayed it out. Not so good games. Couple bad games, honestly, these last 2 games. But coming into from the Challenger qualifiers, I was a big fan of that squad. So hopefully they stick together as well. Kiddo, MVP in my eyes every single day. But right here, this last game, the Wolves, you knew they wanted it, man. They heard the shots from Inko. They saw the crash. They didn't even hesitate. They just sent it. They just sent it and really just wrapped this one up with a nice little bow. Guys, it's early. Can we get some show matches? I mean, I'm ready to keep passing here. So
I know, right?
Hey, if you're in the chat, let's get a custom lobby going or something because, I'm here, all right? Let's go.
I totally feel that. My wife's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" When I go to see her, like, "Don't you have an event?" Yeah, it's over. I mean, crazily enough. But with that, if you guys want to participate in some sweet events as well, and you're a college student, university student in the USA, Canada, Mexico, don't forget about the PUBG Mobile Campus Championships that are going live this fall. We've got 3 different qualifiers for your chance to get your squad in to win a share of $15,000 in prizes, and those that finish on the top, you'll have a chance to qualify in to the Titan Series for spring 2026. So again, if you're looking to get involved, PMCC, university students in USA, Canada, and Mexico. So excited to see you out on the battlegrounds. But for me, this was such a fun tournament to cast and bring to you as always. Such an honor to be here. Big thank you to the production crew, to my co-casters, as well as you guys in the audience. Thank you to PUBG Mobile for having me back. My biggest takeaway from this was the fact that we got to see Smash Rule actually used, and a team in the Wolves, the best in the region, show up and show why they have the reputation that they do. I wish all of these teams nothing but the best at the next level. Let's bring some hardware home for the region. North America needs to show up. So let's go get it done at PMSL Americas Fall. I'll be there along this way to root you guys along. Can't wait to see it. Thanks for showing up in chat. My name's Power Bang. I've been your host. Thanks to Mustache Dave and Hot Jukes. But until then, we'll see you guys in the battlegrounds. Take care. It's 2 days, and it looks like it's going to continue. Kiddo on the push, gets headshot. And a bush is required if you want to. I mean, how did he not see?
Trying to create some space, but the squad actually working together as a unit.
Got 4 sexy frogs on their knees. And he can. Ooh, see? There we go. Yep.
Well, and this is going to be a really good one here. This is a battle for the edge. Oh, what?
But it could happen for Team Seal as well. Here's the engagement. Got him. Zamayo's down. Goku comes up with a big elim. Quancho drop.
Win, it's over. So whoever gets into the fight, they need to press it. Here comes Coco Snow, catching a couple slugs to the dome right there, and Coop right there. Meanwhile, 3-point squad, they're just getting blown to taking these shots, trying to keep them at force. 24K up against the center is looking at
Straight on Nepal has probably one of the best positions in the zone. So as long as they gotta rebound here, it's all on the line for them. They are not waiting around to see if they luck into a chicken dinner here. They're going for it.
3 onto Spence. Is it good? It's cooked to perfection. But Spence has this boulder holding it down for the time being. And a blaze going out. In a blaze of glory. There's Spence right there. Back to back. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. The Wolves with the smash point, baby.
It's over. The Wolves